Welcome. Here's a quick overview of the LottieFiles Workspace. This is where you and your team lives, right? So it's a central hub where you can have all your animations organized and clearly labeled so that everybody can get the right access to the right content in the right way. So it's a web app that you can access by going to app.lottiefiles.com. And when you are logged in into this, you will find the latest animations that you've been working on, or that everyone has been working on, right? You can create an animation from here. You can even start with AI, convert anything into Lottie, or you can upload files. We support uploading all kinds of files here. So After Effects files, GIFs, PNGs, JPEGs, all kinds of files are, available to be uploaded to the workspace, and so that your workspace becomes the central hub for everything media in your company. As we go through this, you can see that these animations are organized by projects. These projects can be public or can be private. You can see one here that has a little lock on it. That's a private project. And you can then either share it with a team, or you can share it with specific people, right? So that only the right people have access to the right content. You can make a project private by just clicking in these three little dots and say make private. So if I were to enter into one of our demo projects here, you will find all kinds of subfolders as well. So you can create subfolders inside a project, and you can preview this in all sizes, right? All thumbnail sizes, and you can preview it as a list, see who worked last on what, right? And from there you have then full access. So if you go and browse an animation like this one, for example, what you're gonna end up here having is that this is an interactive animation, so it's in the state machine mode, and you can see when I click here, kind of like starts playing, right? So we enter in the state machine tab, but if you go here to the information tab, you can add some information about this animation, purpose, how it should be used, and so you can tag it, so you can have another layer of organization as well. And you can upload any source files that are a reference to this, and any Figma files or After Effects files can be here. We will give you a quick report on the support for this animation in different types of players. And you can also browse previous versions of an animation. So let me show you one that actually has a few of those. Probably this one. If I go to the previous versions, you will see like 4 months ago, I worked on this a little bit, right? So you can see there, right, this animation is active on hover, so interactivity is being shown here as well. We give you an accessibility report on the animation and give you suggestions on how to make this better if you have a lot of movement is happening at the same time. And so this is a good place where you can actually get ideas on how to make this more accessible. What else? You can see if the animation has segments, you can see them here. If the animation has tokens, which I can show you one in a second, those tokens will show up here as well. Let me try to find the export version of this one. This one has a lot of tokens, so you can browse the tokens here, right, and see all the tokens and their different values, right? So if I wanted to change banana ice cream to vanilla ice cream, I can, oops, let me just write it down again. You can see that it's now actively or automatically changed as well. Animations also support comments, so you can mention anybody in your workspace, ask questions, you can get emoji reactions, right? So I can say, hey, make sure this is the right flavor, and I'm gonna mention myself in this case, but it can be for also self notes as well, right? And once I'm done and I check, I can give my thumbs up, right? Or I can give a reply. Commenting happens here. Animations can also have statuses. So if you're an animator, you might make this and you're not ready yet, you might mark it as in progress. And then once you're ready, you can send it to your product owner, maybe product manager, right? And they will mark it as needs review. They can come in, take a look, make sure everything is fine, approve it. And once the developer comes in and has added it to the app or wherever it's going to live, you can mark it as ship. So you can preview as well with your mobile phone. So we give you a QR code so you can preview it. You can edit an animation right in our creator tool from here. So if you click here, you can say open in creator and you will get it from there. And probably the most important bit when you're previewing an animation is making sure that you can download it. So here you can download it in any format that is needed, right? So either the legacy Lottie JSON or optimized or our new .lottie format, which is way lighter, and also any other formats like animated SVGs, as a Google ad if you're making an ad, or GIFs, MP4, WebM, MOV, even Telegram stickers. If you are using CDN, you can enable the CDN asset link, right? Asset.lottie in this case. And then you can have the code right there that you can give the developer, or you can embed anywhere else using a no-embed URL. And from here, you can control even which version of the animation is shown. So this way you keep full control of what's being shown in the actual production. What else? You can test it over different backgrounds. You can test it right over different background colors as well. Zoom in, zoom out. You have full control over here. Even decide what player you want to use. So you get full access and full control of the animation and the preview of the animation from here. If you want to share it, you can enable, you can give access to a specific, team members, or you can share it externally with anybody else by copying a sharing link. So with that, other than that, you can manage your workspace, of course, from here for workspace settings. And from there, you can manage the members, your credits, your AI credits and their usage, right? Get a little bit of information on the asset links as well, your billing, and all the bit security and audit if you are part of the enterprise plan. You will also see in the workspace, you can see there, by the way, get notifications that I mentioned myself, so it's there. But here on the workspace, you'll find also, if you're part of the Team Plus plan or the Enterprise plan, you will find here motion systems. So this is where you can create a motion system, and it's a pretty cool way of ensuring consistency and speed across workspace. So from here you can browse. We're gonna get to that in a different video, but you can browse and edit and modify your motion system from here. Finally, we have premium animations, a massive repository that you can browse. So you can get started, don't need to get started from scratch. You can grab inspiration and have it already here. Just grab one of these animations and get started on your project from there. Finally, we have some motion templates as well, which enable you to, there are animations that can be customized, or, they can be modified to fit your own style. So we have a neat selection there that you can pick from. And that's it. That's a quick overview of the workspace. It's the central hub where your entire animation strategy happens, where all the content lives, and where everyone can have then the access that they need to the right content.